So I just got back from Hong Kong and China, and I want to show you guys everything that I got because I feel like in general, I just don't shop a lot. I don't like spending too much money, let alone on like knick-knack stuff. But I feel like every time I'm in like any Asian country, I tend to overspend a little bit because everything is just so cute. And to be honest, I know I said I don't spend a lot on knickknacks, but I love spending money on knickknacks, especially if it's from any, again, Asian country, because they really just know how to sell you things. So without further ado, let's get started. I feel like my first set of things is ceramic related. So the first stop that we had was to this like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like it's like a random little booth store. It's like super small. It's this old guy selling Hong Kong specific ceramic bowls, mugs, teapots, you name it, he has it. And so I ended up getting a few pieces, and it's things that like you can't necessarily buy in the US. But the first piece is something that you can get in the US. I think it's in certain Asian stores. It's this rice bowl. They're like classic blue porcelain bowl, and you can kind of see that it's like a little bit, I can't even show it on the camera, but it's a little bit translucent like in the side. And that's what this bowl kind of is known for, like the translucent little things on the side. And so I ended up getting this, a set of 2 for me and my husband, and I ended up getting a bigger size, this size. And for comparison, this is like the rice bowl size. This is more of like a soup size, I guess. And I did end up getting a even somewhat bigger size for like noodles and everything, but it ended up breaking on the way back home. And I'm like so sad because I got 2 of them and they both broke. Like coincidentally, those 2 are the only ones that broke. But it's fine. I think this is still big enough to be a noodle bowl, I guess. I'm just sad about the bowls, but it's fine. Like I'll live. And then I had to get matching soup spoons. And surprisingly, I don't have soup spoons in general. I feel like I'm just eating like wontons or like drinking soups out of like a metal spoon. But now we have dedicated spoons for it, and I'm so excited they all match. And also, this is the size that I have not been able to find here in the US. I've only been able to find these smaller rice bowl size. And then in the same store, I got these like matching tea cups. I wanted the green one, but my husband wanted the red one. So we ended up getting 2 of these in different colors. So traditionally how you're supposed to drink tea is you're supposed to use the lid as part of the drinking process. You kind of leave a little hole and you sip through this hole. I've been trying to use more loose leaves these days and not drink out of a bag. So I feel like it's the perfect time to get a cup like this and drink tea out of that. And then to complete the tea set, we end up getting this as well in the color red. I do like the color red for this and not so much the teal, but you can kind of see the details of the teal on the bottom anyway. So everything matches there. And then moving on to the next set of ceramics that I bought. I feel like I didn't expect to buy so many like ceramics or bowls in general from this trip, because that's typically not what I purchase from trips. I feel like I usually buy like really small things like keychains or magnets or whatever, but I ended up getting a couple more bowls. These 2 are from this like cat themed cafe, I guess. It's like half cafe, half stationery store, and a lot of the things are cat themed. So I ended up getting this bowl. I really like it. It's like Lucky Cat, and I love the like pattern that it has. And then in the middle, it also has a Lucky Cat. And I saw this and I was like, this would be great for fruits and just putting things in this bowl. And then the next one I got, same store, also cat themed. I feel like at this point, like I just need to get a cat because everything I have is like cat themed. But it's a little bit wintry themed, Christmas themed. But I love the shape of this bowl and like, look at it. It's so cute. Again, I saw this and I was like, oh, let me put some fruit in it because look at this bowl. It's so cute. Next category that I am going into is apparel. One of the things that I got was this like Adidas specific t-shirt. It has Adidas Hong Kong. And then in the back, let me just zoom out, is this graphic in the back. And it's signifying the nostalgia of the cafes that Hong Kong has. And it's a little bit different than the cafes that you typically see in the US, where it's like a place where you drink coffee and eat like baked goods, like a croissant. But in Hong Kong, there's this thing called Cha Cha Tang, which is a cafe, but it's typically a place where a lot of people have breakfast. It's kind of like a diner actually, compared to the US, where you can have breakfast foods like throughout the day, except in terms of these cha-cha tangs, like breakfast means like ramen, basically, like instant noodles. They also are known to have pineapple buns or bolo baos, or like what's known here is like this toast. And then you typically have a drink with it, whether it's lemon iced tea or a milk tea. My go-to is always the lemon iced tea. It's like so refreshing after you eat ramen for breakfast. Next up is this bag. Let me try and open it or show you what it looks like. But it basically looks like this once it's, it flattens out on the bottom. Okay, here we go. It's like a little boxed bag. It's definitely an impulse buy because when I saw it, it's like a mahjong kind of bag. I thought this is the cutest thing. I actually ended up carrying a lot of my knickknacks in this bag while I was shopping, so it worked out. But at the end of the day, I'm like, when am I ever going to use this bag? I think if anything, I'll find a longer strap and then I'll have it like as a side bag instead of like carrying it like this. But yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a little hard for me to like style this, but I think at the same time, it's a great statement piece. The next up is this Nike shoe. It is worn because I did wear it throughout my time when I was in Hong Kong and China. I actually ended up getting this one in China specifically because I have very small feet. And I feel like a lot of Asians also have small feet, so it was so easy for me to find this Nike shoe. Also, the shoe is so affordable. I feel like if I was to buy this shoe in the US, it would have been like $1 million, even though it's like pretty basic. But I feel like everything in China is a little bit cheaper and you can find great deals. So I did a lot of shopping in terms of apparel there, not only because it has my size, but also because it was so affordable. So next up in terms of categories is Knick Knacks because I love a good Knick Knack. So the first one being classic automobiles. So this one is a van that a lot of Hong Kong people use for public transportation. We do have subways and taxis, which I have the classic red, but for this green one, I get very nervous getting onto this one because you do have to shout to the driver when you want to stop. And I'm such a shy person that I rarely get on this one. I'm typically on a subway or a taxi. And again, this is the classic red one. They also have a green one, but this is more well known. And then the next thing is a set of stickers, again from the Cha Cha Tangs. It's just a bunch of foods that are like Hong Kong classics. I'm thinking about just getting this for my friend because I figured that she would appreciate this. And then I also got these pins because I feel like I don't have a lot of pins that are not my own, and when I saw these I fell in love. The first one being like the classic milk tea one that they always serve in this cup, the egg tart one, and then this again red taxi. Also, I ended up getting this notepad strictly because of the packaging, because I thought it was really cute, and I do end up using post-it notes all the time for my full-time job and then also for my small business. I love to just stick things and write my to-do list. And then the next thing that I got is something that I don't really need. I mean, technically I don't need any of this, but this is kind of like a repurchase because I ended up losing it on this trip, and I was really sad about it because I got these in Japan for my engagement with my husband, and I ended up losing it on this trip. But it's these dogs. They're like magnetic, and you can, it's magnetic on the side like this, and I like this even more actually because it has glasses, and my husband and I wear glasses, so I think it fit well. I guess it was like I was meant to lose the other one. For some reason it just fell out of my bag and I ended up getting a new pair. And then something else that I got were, you're not even ready for this, look at these egg tarts in a box. I feel like I'm such a sucker for good packaging because like I think I probably got this because of the packaging itself. I'm planning on giving these to my friends as well, and I thought, thank God it came in a bundle. Now I can just like give it away. But I think that's the importance of good packaging. Like that's what's gonna draw people in, and I think that's why I'm like so big on making sure that my products have good packaging, especially when I'm going into markets, because people are visual and they love when things are already packaged and they can easily gift it away. So always have good packaging because that's how you make that final purchase for somebody. So I think that's everything that I got in Hong Kong. Going to China now, and I know I had some that I already showed you from China that were in this specific category, but these are now specific to China. I went to Chengdu, which one of the things that they're known for is the pandas, and so I got a lot of panda specific things. And one of the things that I ended up getting was this blind box panda, which I already opened on my Instagram stories. It's not the one that I wanted, but it's still cute. It's the one that's eating a noodle, and I have the matching bowl now. So I'm excited for this one to be put in my room. I also ended up getting a bunch of like postcards for my friends. I feel like I've been the worst person in the group when it comes to sending out snail mail, pen pal letters, but I finally traveled and I got some very cute posted cards, and I got some very cute postcards. It's in a different shape actually, so I need a big, I guess. Actually, I don't know. I was gonna say I really need a big envelope for this, but I know technically I don't need to put this in an envelope. I can just send it as is because it's a postcard. But anyways, look at the shape, look at the design. I got a bunch of these for my friends, and then I got one that I'm gonna keep for myself. I love the artwork of this one. And I love that it looks like a little Polaroid or something with the little border and everything. And I also ended up getting these stamps that are specific to Chengdu. That could be a lie, but I'm gonna say it is. It's specific to the store that I was in, and I'm honestly debating if I want to just give it to my friends as collectibles or keep it for myself, because technically I can't even use these. It's like China specific, so I can't even put it on the postcard anyways. So debating if I should just give it away or keep it for myself. Leaning towards the latter and being selfish there. And then I got this magnet. It's of a panda, which we got specifically at the Panda Research Lab or Zoo. Again, very big on the packaging. It looks like this, but then it comes out with this little situation. My husband and I love to collect magnets wherever we travel. So this was our one of Chengdu. And then I didn't get this myself, but our hotel gifted this to us. This like panda keychain, which I thought was so cute. I was so shocked when they gave this to us because I was like, I was gonna buy something like this. But then on the last day, she was just like, take these keychains, thanks for staying. I was like, oh, so cute. It has like a little apple bag. And then the last thing that I got, which didn't fit in any category, were these like oolong, jasmine, hand creams, which I'm gonna gift to all my friends. I love oolong and I love jasmine, and I feel like I haven't seen this particular scent anywhere in the US, so I really wanted to get my friends these. Yeah, I feel like hand creams are just something that we use all the time, so I figured why not get a bunch of these and gift it away. And then I also got this pen. I know, very basic, but look, when you twist it, it's a panda. Oh my gosh, like, should I just keep one for myself? I was planning on giving these to my friends as well because I thought practicality-wise, pens are a good gift, but it's so cute. And then the last thing that I got, which is so dumb and definitely an impulse buy. Not that any of these are not impulse buys, but I ended up getting this goose duck situation because, I mean, look at it. It's so cute. Look at the eyes. Look how chonky it is. I feel like it's gonna sit on my like a shelf or something and it's gonna look like this. It's so chonky. Like, come on. Like, you can't just pass this up. And this was the smaller size. There was a bigger size of this and I really debated on getting it, but I think this is the perfect size to just have in my room. So that is everything that I ended up getting from my trip to Hong Kong and China. Again, I feel like this is a lot more than I usually get from any trip, so I really had to share. But now that I'm back, I feel like so inspired to make a bunch of things, like of all the foods I ate. I visited a lot of stationery stores and were inspired by the different packagings, the different ways of selling. Like, it's so simple, but like sticker packs, having little ones in a small little package, and then just having like really cute packaging for that. Like something as simple as that, like I wanna make as well. So I think today I'm gonna start making some things. One of them is gonna be panda themed because of my time at the Panda Zoo. So yeah, let's start sketching a sticker sheet for that. But before we get to work, I actually remembered I also got Miffy blind boxes, and I love Miffy first of all, and I love blind boxes, and I haven't done a blind box in a while. The last one I did was the panda one, but I feel like I'm gonna really enjoy this one. So this one specifically is for like holding like a pen or jewelry and whatnot. And there's actually a bunch of designs. I think there's 12 designs and then 6 secret edition ones. I honestly am fine with any of these so far. But let's try to open this one first. I'm like, I can't even feel it because they all are the same shape. So it's really dependent on the color now. Let me actually see what I want. I think I'm fine with either the blue one or the yellow one. Honestly, they all look really great. I actually just want the flower ones. I don't really care too much about the ones that have the number, but with my luck, that's probably what I'll get. Aw, wait, that's really cute. I didn't know that was gonna be like felt. It's not really like plastic, it's felt. Ah, and such a good size too. And then the next box is this one. There's like 24 designs. Has some here. And then on the other side as well. I'm trying to see which one I want. I think I want the ones with the kimonos. I think those are super cute. But again, I'm like fine with any one of these. Oh, there's this one that's like a pink koi, which I kind of want. Hopefully I get that one. But again, I feel like when it comes to Miffy, I'm fine with any design. I think they're all so cute. Plus, like, none of these are like doing anything different specifically, so I think it's just really down to the design at this point. Taking me a lot longer to open this one. Oh wow, wait, why is there, I'm actually kind of confused because it came in 3 packages in one box. It does say, well, yeah, now that I'm reading it, it does say 3 pieces, so I'm wondering what the 3 pieces are. It's this blue kimono one. Wait, am I gonna get 3 different Miffys? Oh my gosh. This is like a really good deal if it's 3 different Miffys. And I think I do. Oh my gosh. It's this one. Okay, last one. I think maybe it's all the same like color or something. Like so far, both of them are blue. So I feel like maybe they all in some ways match. But last one. Okay, no, it doesn't all match because I ended up getting a pink one and I'm really hoping it's the one that I wanted. And it is. It's the koi one. Oh, it's the koi one. Actually, I'm so surprised. I feel like I said, there was 24 designs and I typically never get the one that I'm like hoping for, so I'm shocked that I ended up getting the koi one. But I can't believe like this one box had 3 different Miffys. I might keep this one, but then I might give these to someone else, maybe. I don't know, maybe my husband, maybe a friend. But look at these cuties. I'm so happy. Like, for size reference, this is obviously a lot bigger because it's gonna carry a pen or something. And then these are ones that you just put around the house. Oh, what a fun little dopamine rush that was. But now let's get back to work.